This is a tool shed, which was the summer house apparently.
What's missing from this place? What ghosts of buildings can we discover? But about 100 Shakers and children lived here. This place was crowded with more than 3 times the number of buildings we see now. There were at least 50. The 18 that are still here have been repaired and changed many times. For example, look carefully at the ground toward the laundry and machine shop. Can you make out the straight lines of foundation just under the grass? A few foundation stones are still visible there. Old photographs and remembrances and writings by Shakers and visitors tell us about what. Imagine a large woodshed near the machine shop, a sister's workshop standing next to the brick dwelling. Look toward the trustee's office. Shops for broom making and tinsmithing were near the dairy, tannery, and ice house. Over time, there were fires, or the community took the buildings down when they were no longer needed. But you and I can still imagine the Shakers working and living in the ghosts of buildings past.
Now that building you said was finally taken down, probably because it wasn't used much anymore.
Well, the roof was beginning to sag, and they thought, oh, well, that really looked dangerous. But you would be surprised the length of that wood house was there. You can't imagine how long it was.
I know, it's hard.
And we used to get up there and race on rain days, race through the upper floor of that wood house. We used to have
made a good playground.
That was Olive Austin Hayden recalling childhood days at Hancock to her friend Jackie Watson in 1985.
Join me for more about building to last by pressing the yellow button. Hear about Hancock builders by pressing the green button.
I have never seen in any country villages so neat and so perfectly beautiful as to order and arrangement, without, however, being picturesque and ornamented as the Shakers. At Hancock, the gateposts of the fences are made of white marble, hewn into shape and proportions. James Fenimore Cooper, 1828.
Home improvements for the season have been the erecting of a carriage house and wagon shed, partition to the office barn, newly roofed the family dwelling at Second Family. Other buildings have undergone slight repairs. Workmen are now engaged in repairing the brick tenant house to the grist mill. Sister Julia L. Sweet, October 1890.
Like many other Shaker villages, Hancock was laid out with practical walkways and roads. Dwellings, barns, workshops were close together and conveniently placed. While building designs were simple, workmanship was careful and sturdy. Paint protected wooden buildings and added to a sense of order. Stone, selected from local quarries, and brick, made from nearby clay, was used in several buildings. Built to last, as if for an eternity, they reflect a Shaker version of sustainable building. And, of course, just as it is at my house and maybe at yours too, repairs and improvements were frequent. Uses of the land and buildings changed over time too. What practical things do we think about as we design our cities? Like Shaker building techniques. For a message on Hancock builders, press the green button. Brethren and hired workers built and repaired the buildings at Hancock. Elder William Deming designed some of the projects. He oversaw others and worked as a mason and wood joiner on the brick dwelling just next to us. The Shakers also hired help from local laborers and craftsmen, especially for big projects. Brethren joining the community brought skills like carpentry, masonry, blacksmithing, plastering, and painting. Sometimes taught to other brethren, This know-how helped to sustain and support the community. How do we share practical skills to ensure the future of our communities?
We commence our building, and in 10 weeks from the placing of the first stone in the cellar, the house was neatly laid up and the roof put on. The work is all well done. We've found all of the materials ourselves, such as sand, lime, stone, etc., with all the timber except the flooring. Made all the windows, doors, cupboards, and drawers, hung them and put on the trimmings. Elder William Deming, 1832.
As you look around today, you see a landscape that was laid out to be practical and useful. The tall spruces you see were planted to direct lightning away from the buildings. Orchards like the one toward the trustee's office supplied food for village tables and products to sell. They were an investment in the future. Many trees planted by the Shakers still bear fruit today.
Planted a lot of trees from Enfield, 34 in number. Planted the trees mostly in the lot.
This is the waiting room. Shakers versus Quakers. The Quakers and the Shakers are both religious groups that originated in England. The Quakers in the 1600s, the Shakers in the 1700s. Although early Shakers were called shaking Quakers. Yeah. Dining room.
go over to the brother's shop and see Brother Ricardo building a box. You can go to the blacksmith shop and see Brother Ricardo blacksmithing. You can go to the garage and see Brother Ricardo driving the car. He's the only brother here. As the populations dropped, they would start condensing by closing down families. Actually, here, the South family closed in 1849, the North family in 1869. And they keep condensing until they just couldn't keep up. And so by 1935, there were 5 villages left. Niskayuna, the very first village, closed in 1938. Those people went to Mount Lebanon. Mount Lebanon, at its height, had 800 people. It was kind of like the Vatican for the Shakers. It closed in 1948. They came here. This village closed in 1959. They went to Canterbury, New Hampshire. That village closed in 1992. They went to Sabbath Day Lake, Maine. Now, Mother Ann had predicted that their numbers would increase, and then they would decline, and when a small child can count all the Shakers on one hand, the numbers will go up again. So I'll call Brother Arnold again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any questions?
Were they a wealthy community?
Yes, they did quite well.
Cloaks. So this is like the boarding house area. The kids. So I guess with the kids it was kind of co-op until they were older. What's this? Hat repair? Oh, it looks like they make hats in here and stuff. That's cool. This is essentially the hospital room, so to speak. You just need to smell herbs and everything. Oh goodness, the Quakers did quite a bit, didn't they? This was a dairy farm, so This place is huge. Baby, I don't got no treats, I'm sorry. Oh, you got the grass. Hi, little baby. Hey. Oh my goodness. Hi, little cows. Hi. How are you fellas? You guys liking the wood? Hi. You're cute. You know that?
She's chased us around before, huh?
Hi.
Oh, you've seen her before. She's been in here with us before.
Ooh, Winnie. Hi, Winnie. Hi, Winnie. How you doing? You're very cute. Yes, you are. You're very pretty. Hi. Really? Is that so? Hi, little dudes.
Is expecting a baby girl soon. She's expecting a baby girl. Hello. Her name is Winnie.
That one goes like, why am I separated? That one goes up there.
Yeah.
Why am I separated?
Hop up in the carriage and we'll put the sunshade on. Or you can put your hat on. What do you think, huh? Sunshade or a hat? Hey, look at Stormy. She's knocking her. Yeah.
All right, so this is a schoolhouse for the kids. Shaker, shaker, shakers. This is so cool. I mean, can you imagine growing up in a situation where you're in a one-room schoolhouse? Oh, there goes the John. Hello, world. world. This is so cool. And just like the desks we had in school as an elementary student, opens this way. Oh my god, this is like, these desks are amazing. This is like a perfect height for a desk. Yeah, they do look like storm clouds. I picked up this, I should have taken a picture of it before, but we're cooking up this Cook Tavern Soups package that I got at Sturbridge Village the other day. It's just got noodles and all kinds of good stuff in there. Noodles, carrots, onion, parsley, celery, and it's all dried, and just throw it in a pot with some chicken, and it's gonna be good. I'm really excited about this. Yankee Doodle chicken noodle.